Coach Nash, congratulations on making the Final Four for the Adamson Falcons. Your quick reactions to your win against De La Salle.
Oh, thank you, Migs. Just happy, of course, no, making it to the Final Four. I really feel the boys deserve it. They've done their part. Really worked hard the last couple of weeks, last couple of games to be able to make it in this position. So they deserve it. I'm happy for the players.
What was the game plan against La Salle?
Before the game, we didn't really know what kind of lineup they will be having. No, but we just did our part, did our best in preparing for a complete lineup for Lasal. Now we expected Kiambao, Mike Phillips, and even Winston to be playing in that game last night. No? Yeah, but I guess fortunately for us, no, they weren't available for last night's game. So did not really make things easier for us, but for sure it somehow helped us also.
Coach, for the ones that watched it and perhaps yung mga nabalitaan all knew na it was a tight game. You know, La Salle was leading early on, but then suddenly in the crucial parts of the game, the tables were turned.
Mhm.
What was that like for you in those moments, and how did you think your team came out on top?
Well, during halftime, we reminded them that, well, from a coach's standpoint, my observation was that with the way LaSalle played in the first half, it looked like they wanted the game more and they wanted to be in the Final Four more. So the challenge that I gave the players was to be able to compete and exert a little more effort and show that they also want to be in the Final Four. So somehow it changed the way they played in third quarter. That was a total turnaround. Yeah, the effort-wise, it was there. Urgency was there. And then, of course, Jerome took over in the third quarter. So that really changed the complexion of the game.
Yeah. Well, baka coach nakatahi itong next question ko because stats-wise, 21 each in the third and fourth quarter in terms of offense, 42 points total in the
Mhm.
second half. I guess you can attribute that to Jerome in a way, but if ever coach are other layers to that, what would it be in terms of offense in the second half?
But we're just happy that, yes, Jerome took over the third quarter. But in the fourth, it was Jerome being the facilitator for us, which means that he made the right decisions in giving up the ball. And then his teammates were up to the challenge. If you would notice the last 4 minutes, I think it was all baskets from players not named Lastimosa. So that's nice. Actually, that's nice for us moving forward when we play our next game.
Coach Nash, not just in this game, but for the last couple of crucial games, there were a lot of players such as una-una sila Manzano and then sila
Mhm.
Manlapas. How big have these guys been for you guys, especially that stretch, that crucial stretch?
I'd say the time that Jerome got injured really helped us a lot because that was a time where other guys really discovered themselves in the system that we have. Um, when we lost Jerome, that's when the other guys really stepped forward. They were up to the challenge. If you would notice, the last four games, you'd see different people
Mhm.
contributing. No, yeah, you've mentioned Manzano, Manlapas. There were games si Flowers, no, delivered. Si Duanga delivered. So yeah, that just gives us a little more balance, I guess, as a team offensively.
When you talk about the predictions, when we got you on here also, parang ito yung hindi mo masabi up until the final games na meron pang FEU, UE, Lasal, and Adamson. And then eventually, naging elimination process siya. But I am sure you've had a couple of ups and downs. and then right now you've reached your goal. If you look back and what was it like preseason, during the season, during the whole thing, and then now you've reached your goal, what would you say to that?
Well, if you look at the whole season for us, no, well, majority of the season 85, we didn't really have a complete lineup. No, from the beginning. The very first game that we've had, AP Malapas got injured. So wala na kaming players, and then middle of the first round, Sabandal got injured, no? And then last game of the first round, it was a turn of Lastimosa and Magbuhos getting injured. So it was really a struggle for us the whole season. It's just nice, though we don't see our players getting to 100% at this point. No, if you've noticed the games, sila Jerome naman medyo kulang pa. But at least by the numbers, you'd see that we have now a complete lineup. So that would help us. No, at least 16 people on board being available for the games, then that really would be a big factor for us.
If you, jumping off from that, coach, 16-man, kompleto na kayo. If you are complete, what would be the main strength of Adamson, given that circumstance?
Um, I'd say again, yung persistence. You've seen us play in close games, moments where we are up, but a lot of times, moments we were down. No, even the last game we played LaSalle, we were down big, 10 points, I think, 11 points in the third quarter. So, but we, as a group, we did not give up. No, we kept on just fighting, and that's the kind of character that we have developed as a team, as a group. So that's something that, yeah, going to the Final Four, I know na meron kami. So whatever the situation will be when we play Ateneo this Wednesday, then I know that we will keep on fighting, which will give us a chance to win the game.
Lastly, coach, anong pinaghahandaan niya sa Ateneo?
Oh, lahat. Lahat ng meron sila. We'll try to cover all angles. I know, we all know that Ateneo is a strong team. I would always say they have one of the better programs we have now in the country, but it doesn't mean they are unbeatable. No, nothing is impossible. So, despite their strength, I know that they are still beatable, and there's a big chance that if we do our part, we could make it happen.
It's not impossible that the lower seed ousts the top seed. Coach, for Adamson to be in the fourth spot, having the twice to beat disadvantage, what is the mentality? Last ko na yun, coach.
Yeah, just siguro win one game, and then give ourselves again a chance the next weekend. So that has always been our approach. Now we take it a game at a time. So just address what's in front of us.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach Nash Racela. And congratulations making it to the Final Four.